Well, hey, there you are. You found your way back to my channel. I see. What channel? Oh, you know where you are. So much talent YouTube channel. I think last time I came on, I had you at the Facebook page, but no, I got it right this time. You are at my YouTube channel. So thank you for coming in. Today, I just want to show you something really quick while I'm doing it. Sometimes you'll find that I like to show you things while I'm in the process of doing it. But I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was saying, I need to go buy me another mannequin because I don't like my the cover on it. Well, if you don't like the cover, just change it. It's just as simple as that. So I'm going to show you how to do it real quick because I've been wanting to do mine. I have three mannequins here, and the covers are like nasty. Yeah, my mannequins, they don't bathe. But anyway, we're not judging because we don't go nowhere. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. Hey, to the two people that are coming in. I can't see you. I can't see your comments, but I am going to show how to just transform this mannequin. I don't know if you can see it, but I've written all over it. It's got like handprints on it. You know, it's just nasty. I don't know if you can see. You can clearly see where it was one color at one point, and now it's all, she got nasty neck, nasty, nasty neck. So, hey, hey, Deanna, how are you? You see I'm cutting out, right? All right, so we're just going to change this out. So the only thing that you need to actually create your own man. Hey, Miss Linda Faye. Oh, I'm so glad you joined me. The only thing that you need is your fabric. You need just about a yard of fabric, and I'm just using like a jersey knit. And this right here is not a jersey knit, but it is a ponte knit. All right, but you want it to have good stretch around the body. Okay, don't necessarily have to stretch going down, but you do want it to stretch going around. So a jersey, not the ponte knit, but the what I just call this stuff, jet set would be good for this. All right, you only need about a yard of it because your mannequin ain't but so big, right? You only need about a yard because of the length of it, and it doesn't matter how wide. Usually knit comes 60 wide anyway. All right, so you can do this in one or two ways. You can do this by either copying this, just pull it because you know this comes off. So you can do this by copying this that's already on here, or you can shape it on the mannequin. All right. So what I'm going to show you to make it real simple. I don't know if y'all if you've ever taken your mannequin cover off, you can actually create one just by copying it. Okay. All right, complete with the neck and everything. All right, it has the seams, the princess, and everything. All right, so if you want to do it that way, you can. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pin it on her. Okay, I'm actually going to pin it on her, and just like you would do it as if you were draping it. Now you want to do it with the fabric inside out. All right, with the wrong size. So that's what we're going to do. And I didn't cut my fabric off my yardage. I just left it on. All right, now this mannequin, I don't know about yours, but mine is pretty sticky. All right, so I want to leave enough so it'll go around the neck. Now you can do this. You know what? Let's do this in two pieces. Actually, let me go ahead and cut this so I won't have so much fabric to be working with. All right, I'm going to pull this down so you can see what I'm doing. And y'all, I'm going to use my old 1 yard trick because I got most of my numbers cut off. So I'm just going to measure from the tip of my nose and put my fingers outstretched so I know I have about a yard. And do I know I have enough? Yep. You can't see that, but I have plenty. A yard is more than enough because I want enough to go down, tuck back down in the neck and to go up under, because you do have to have either the elastic that you're going to use, or let me cut this so I can know where my yardage is. Either use elastic or you're going to use this twine. It's not necessarily twine, but it's like a cotton rope, a cotton string. It comes on a roll. Yeah, what did I just do with my roll? All right, comes in a roll like this. So one thing you need is your fabric. You need a string for a drawstring. And then you need your scissors, of course. You're going to need pins so you can pin this on, if you're going to do it the way that I'm doing it. All right, so right now I'm just going to cut my edges off. It should have been a really quick project. Probably should have had this already cut out, but I didn't. But I decided to do it this way. Just cut enough off so I can work with it. Okay. All right, so I am cutting a yard out. Just so I won't have to be working with a whole bunch of fabric. And I'm going to put the rest aside. I think I caught them scissors. I caught a pin up under there. That's not good. Now I'm going to cut some of this width off because I don't need all the width. But what I'm actually doing is I'm cutting two pieces. I'm treating this just as if I was draping her. Okay. Now, if you want to do the same thing, you don't want to work with a whole wad of fabric, and you want to minimize how much fabric you're working with, just get what you need. Okay. So her hips, which is probably the widest part of her, that's about 19 inches. So I'm just going to do about 4 inches. What I'm doing is just folding this in half so I can just cut 24 inches straight down. And you can eyeball this. All right, so now I have two pieces that are 24 inches in width. All right, so now what I'm getting ready to do is going to seem odd, but I'm going to go ahead and put a pin like right here so that way it can stay up on her shoulders while I'm pinning. So I want to slide off just to give me a little anchor. All right, let's fold this back up. All right, so I'm just going to slip this over the head like this. Now, what I'm going to do, because this is a little prickly, I don't want my fabric to get, I don't want my fabric to get prickly or whatnot, so I'm just going to slide this back over, okay? Give me just a second here. It's okay that you have this on here because it's fitted close to her body. So, all right, so just when you're putting this on here, just make sure that you don't pin the fabric. But you can hear that it's so prickly, so I don't want that. Now, I do want this to go all the way up. I want to be able to tuck this inside the neck. So I'm going to pin this. Now, I want to try to center this so I'll make sure I get that right. So I don't know if you can see this. So I'm just pin alongside that neck right there. Once I get this all pinned up, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew it up. Make sure that this is all even. Something's pulling in the back. This will kind of give you an idea of how how to drape too. Okay, so I'm pinning across the shoulder. And you want to make sure that you're pinning it, measuring for the sides. Make sure you're pinning the sides good. Because remember, you're not gonna have an armhole. Okay. You'll be able to cut that, take that excess off. Make sure I'm giving her enough over here. I don't know if you can see me pinning the sides here. But once you pull it, you'll get all of that off. Okay, so don't worry about that wrinkling or anything. I'm being careful to make sure I pin along the side seams. Now I'll probably stitch this up a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the bottom just yet. You want that bottom. And put one more pin right here. Okay, now you probably won't be able to see this, but I'm going to move this here a little bit tight. Move this here a little bit tight. Now I have my side seams marked over here, so I know where the side seams are. It just got a little fuzzy. There we go. Okay, then you're gonna go on that side, on that shoulder seam. Make sure you pin that out. This is just a little quick DIY type situation that you can do, and it's fun. If you want to practice it, get you some knit that you're not using and practice this. You know what? I gotta pull that up some more because I didn't get all of allowance for the neck. I'll make sure I get that in there. Now, if you're making comments, I don't see them. When I stitch this, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to stitch it just like this. If I need to make adjustments, I can. Let's pull this over because I'm missing that side seam. I hope you all are going to try this. That might not be perfect the first time, but try it. Try not to pin pin the fabric underneath, because if you do, you won't be able to get it off. Or if you get it off, it'll be stuck to the other fabric underneath. Okay, so can you see how it's shaping up? So once I pull that a little bit more in there, that'll come off. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and take this over to the sewing machine. And I'm going to stitch this up. So let's get her off. Get her off gently. And the fact that it's hard to get off is a good thing, because you want it to be snug. All right, so hang on, and we are coming back. All right, so let's see. All right, so apparently I'm not coming back. We're going straight over to the sewing machine, so you all are going to come with me. All right. I'm going to bring you over here. So this is live. So y'all bear with me while I'm switching positions, okay? And I'm doing this on my regular sewing machine. I'm not doing this on the Juki. This is on my regular baby. I've already got her set up, and we'll check for fit and make sure the fit is good. All right. So I'm going to put my stitch on I'm going to put it on a 1 stitch length 1 or 1.5, and then I'm going to put my stitch width like on a 1.5. Okay, because I wanted to have a zigzag stitch. Some of you call it like a stretch stitch, or you can use a stretch stitch on your machine. But I am using, on this very basic one, I am going to use the zigzag stitch. All right, so you can see kind of the outline or see what it looks like, right? You see the neck, you see the shape of it and everything. So that's what I'm going to sew. All right, let me get my pinprick. You want to use that kind of zigzag stitch because you want to make sure that when you pull it over the mannequin, that it doesn't pop. The stitches don't pop, but you want the stitches to be secure. So just kind of follow the line of how you pinned it. Your pins will be your seam guide. And you can go back and cut the excess off later. Now, I would suggest and recommend sewing inside the pin, inside where you pinned it, so that you can get an even more taut stitch. I mean, not a taut stitch, but a more fitted. Cover. Now you can actually buy these covers and they're pretty reasonable, but what's the fun in that when you can make it, right? You can make your own covers and it look just as nice. That's if you want to make it. Some people don't feel like it's worth the time. Maybe not. But you get to have any colors you want. Most of the colors, they're either going to be a print, Not all of them are solid. You can get solid. Probably the one, this is just a test one just to show you all how to do it, but I may make me one in black. So I don't have black. Most of the colors in my sewing space, my studio, is pink, black, and white. So I'm just going to carry this straight on down. I'm going to show you the stitch I use. Okay, so the stitch I use, can you see it? It's a little tiny zigzag stitch. So it's got a little stretch to it. It won't pull out of shape. All right, so I'm going down the other side. It's not going to take long. So bear with me. I'm going to go up this side this time. All right, so I'll make sure I stay on the same side of the pins. See, my fabric got all out of shape. I don't recommend that. I recommend that you try to keep your fabric together. Keep it even. But you're going to cut that excess off, so. This will give you the basic general idea of how to do it. For those of you that are on here, I hope you are joining me tonight for the second day of our B1593 sew along. That's the Paco Peralta zipper dress. You were following me on Tuesday night, you know that most of us had not had all of the pieces cut out, and some of us didn't have our zippers in. Well, me, I didn't have my zipper in, but my zipper came in today, so I'll be ready. So if you are sewing along, make sure all your pieces are cut out, make sure all your pieces are interfaced, and you're ready to sew tonight because we are actually sewing tonight. Got some bunching back there, so I'm just going to pin this top and straighten out that bottom. Come on, get in there. Now, if you want to, you can make an outline with your chalk, and that way you don't have to worry about the pins once you get it. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what we got. All right, so look at there. Got the outline of the napkin. All right, so let's go over here and let's cut this out. All right. And so I didn't put the drawstring on yet. Well, actually, you know what? While we are here, let's go ahead and do the drawstring. How about that? So I can show you basically how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and trim off this excess fabric. All of that excess around the side. Let's go ahead and get that trimmed off. Now you can actually do this on your like, you know, get all that excess fabric off. I'm working on my smaller table, so I don't have much space. Probably better if you can do it with your get this excess off with your serger, because then you can clean the edges off. Make sure you got extra security. I mean, it's not like you got to shape her right. It's not like you got to tweak anything on her. How many of you have names for your mannequin or for your dress form? I have 3. One's named Manny, obviously. And then Bessie. I think Bessie's one. I don't know if I even named the other one. All right, so I am going to even off that bottom. So we got a couple of hollow spots. I'm sure this could have been done a lot cleaner than this, but what the heck. All right, so the only thing I'm doing now, it might make it easier to go to your sewing machine. I mean, go to your iron and press it in place, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a little mini casing. And as I'm sewing, I'm going to encase this string inside. So you'll see what I'm about to do. And again, this is on a very basic Kenmore. Now I'm going to start from one side. I'm actually going to leave an opening at the center back. Now, it doesn't matter which side you call the back or which side you call the front. It's the same, but you want to be able to pull it. So I'm going to put me a pin right where I want to leave the opening. I'll go ahead and pull this through like this. Just fit that in there. And I'm turning this over probably not quite an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Just leave a little tiny opening. It don't even have to be that big. All right. And I'm going to use that same stitch, the narrow, real tiny zigzag stitch, because it's going to have to stretch around the body of the mannequin. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm encasing this in and making sure that I do not stitch over that, because you want to be able to pull. I wish this is not recorded, so I can't speed up the video. You hear that going over that thickness of the knit fabric. It's not going to take you that long at all. We're almost done pretty much. Once I get this done, then just a matter of putting it over the mannequin and calling it a day. Get that in there. Again, make sure your cording is not in the way of the stitching, so you don't stitch over it. Okay, we're almost around to the other side. opening does not have to be so big. It can be tiny because your cording is not so big. It's not like a 1/16 of an inch. At least mine is. All right, you're going to go up as close to that opening as you possibly can. Okay. Just stitch off. I did not bring my scissors. Oh, yes, I did. Brought my scissors. I'll just clip that off. Okay. All right, so let's go. Thank y'all for hanging in there. All right, so now we're back over here so we can see my mannequin do her thing. All right, so hang on there, y'all. Let me get me some juice here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take her off. Just never know what's going to happen with going live, right? So as I was saying, make sure that you tie that off so when you get ready to pull it over your mannequin that you don't lose it. Now I'm going to have to open this up some because it pulled a little bit. You want to make this long enough so you don't lose it, okay? I don't want that to tie off. I don't think I'm going to lose it because I made the strings long enough. All right, so now we're going to pull this over. I hate hearing that sound, man. Alright. Looks like we have us some mannequin cover. Make sure she's twisted around right. Make sure her sides are to the side. Make sure she's all lined up in there. And if you need to tweak her later, you can. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and flip that over. And once you get this on, in order to make it stay on, you want to pull. I left some strings in. Hang on. So you just pull your drawstring like that. Now I pulled this in the front. I meant to put that in the back. But you see how you pulling that drawstring, and you want your string to be tight enough so that way when you pull it, it doesn't pop. All right, so this is a strong string. All right. So that's it. That's how you create your mannequin, your dress form. Alright, so now you can go in and tweak all of that. Just kind of pull that out of there by pulling this up and making that shoulder a little bit tighter up there. But basically, that's how you create your dress form. Alright, and so where is my... There you go. All right, so I hope you all will go and do the same thing. I hope you will go and create a dress form and go and transform your dirty baby. If you do decide to create a mannequin or dress form, please follow or tag at So Much Talent, either on the page, So Much Talent Facebook page, or either So Much Talent in the group. Join us in the group on Facebook. That's where we have so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, let me know if you like this video. Just click like. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. And leave me a comment and let me know if this has been any kind of help to you in any kind of way. All right. Peace. And remember, you are blessed to be a blessing. Love you, life. Till next time. Ciao.